Hello, good evening. Welcome to Friday's programme live from the East Midlands.
Yes, good evening. First tonight, the hospital blunders which left a young woman unable to have children, disabled and in constant pain.
Sam Byrne followed medical advice to go for regular checks for cervical cancer, but her results were misdiagnosed.
Well, the NHS has accepted it made mistakes and has paid out more than £500,000 in damages. Our health correspondent Rob Sissons reports from Lincolnshire.
Only 31, but Sam says she feels more like 91. Left infertile because her cervical cancer wasn't diagnosed properly. She was told smears 3 years earlier would clear. In fact, they showed abnormal cells. The cancer was growing inside her when she was pregnant with her daughter Amy. Complications in pregnancy weren't fully investigated. When she did finally hear the C word, she couldn't believe it.
I just couldn't speak. Then when I did, my first thoughts were Amy. You know, is she all right? Because she's been growing in my womb with this tumour.
Amy's fine, but Sam isn't.
She's disabled. Some days we have good days. We've had days where she can't turn over in bed.
I wish I could go face to face with somebody there and say, you've done this to me. You've ruined my life. Why? Why have you done this to me?
No mother alive would want to see their child like this. No mother.
It was in Peterborough that the smear tests were misreported. The Peterborough and Stamford Hospitals Trust said the Trust reviewed the reporting system as soon as the errors were known. The Trust laboratory was assessed by the East of England Quality Assurance Team and was found to meet and exceed national standards. A review of maternity services was also undertaken and significant alterations were made to policies.
And the smears in 2001 actually show severe dyskaryosis.
Her Leicester solicitor says it's shocking.
The greatest tragedy is that there were 2 missed opportunities. 2 slides were misread within 14 days of each other, and we don't know how that happened.
At home near Bourne, Sam says all she ever wanted was another child. Rob Sissons, East Midlands Today, Lincolnshire.
Well, Rob's joined us here in the studio. Rob, I mean, Sam and her family, they would not, though, want to put anybody off from having regular cervical smear tests, would they?
That's so right, Anne. I mean, this is a heartbreaking story, and they were at real pains to tell me today that if you're booked in for a smear, please, please, please go and have it, because it's one of the big success stories of the NHS, the screening programme. I've been talking to the director of the East Midlands programme today.
In one laboratory in the East Midlands, the numbers went up by 240%. But that lasted, the effect lasted between about January and May last year. And now we've seen that interest has dropped and we're going back to the levels before.
That was the rise last year from the Jade Goody effect, as they called it. It's coming up for a year since the reality TV star died, and that increase is something they'd love to see again, because this is a programme that saves lives.
OK, Rob, thanks very much.
You're watching East Midlands Today.